Howdy, and welcome to my new series, O's Coaching. This is the series where I coach you in O's. So how does it work? Pretty much, a forum post will be linked in the description. It's self-explanatory. Fill everything out that's required on there and submit it. So I will go over every single submission, every single individual submission, and if I find something wrong with what you're doing, or if I notice something's off with how you're playing or something, I will make a video talking about it and how you can improve it. I won't do a video on every submission because most submissions I think will be more than fine. People are just really critical of themselves, but this is to genuinely try to help some people out there that think they are lacking in progression or think they're doing something wrong. But yeah, if you're not selected, I will try to reach out to you through O's. But again, if you don't leave your Discord tag, it'll be hard. So please leave your Discord tag. And without further ado, let's get into the first one. Our first guest on the series is Cinnabon. Cinnabon is a 67K from the United States with a top play of I Did It For Love with DT 99.23 for 220 pp. They play with a Wacom Intuo CTH 4100 and hovers with the pen vertical. Their keyboard is mechanical with Gatoron optical red switches. Fuck, that was a mouthful. When asked if they thought they had any issues with their playstyle or progression, they said, quote, I sometimes can't hit jumps that I know I can, and I just can't stream well at all, so I'd like to become more consistent in general, end quote. With all that said, let's get started. First, I know that was an awkward transition. I'm still trying to figure out the intro style, so this is probably going to change the next video. Anyway, they submitted 5 plays and I've gone over them a few times and written some notes, let's get started. A couple things stood out to me. The first was how different you play once you realize you're starting to FC a map. Tatoe is a great example of this. In the beginning, you're really calm and you have great accuracy, tapping near perfect at times. Then after the jump section in the middle, your nerves start to take over and you miss pretty easy notes by just getting ahead of yourself. As easy as it is to say rather than to do, just relax. It's just another play. So I've got no real advice that works for everyone for getting over nerves, but the best thing I can say is don't overthink the play at hand. If you got as far as you did on the map, you're doing as well as you did, you can obviously do the same at the end. So why are you panicking, bruh? You got it. If that doesn't work for you, just focusing, thinking you got it, doesn't work for you. It didn't work for me, so I can understand that. Actively distracting yourself or focusing entirely on the song rather than how well you're doing also helps. If the first two don't work for you, try disabling your HUD. You can just do this by hitting Shift and Tab in game. This takes away everything but the hit circles. Try this in combination with the first two even. If you can't see your score, then how do you know how well you're doing? Think about it. Alright, so the next thing, which could be tied to nerves, but not necessarily for everyone, is just you're getting ahead of yourself. In my notes after every single song, I wrote this. And I'm having a hard time telling if it's because of nerves or maybe just because you're just over-reading the map. Either way, it's not good. Take your time. Broski, you got this. If you have to, turn your hit sounds over your music volume. Personally, I had to do that and, just focus it on the song. That's the biggest thing for me. When I used to just jump all over the place, once I saw a stream coming up or once I saw jumps, I would panic and I would look ahead of them and I would miss some notes, right? So just focusing on the song, focusing what's at hand, staying only 1 to 2 notes ahead at all times is perfect. Just listen to the song, play with the song, feel the rhythm. It sounds cringy, I know, but seriously, try it. Also changing your hit sound to something a bit more firm helps. The default hit sound that skins use now, especially the one you have, is pretty bad. It's kind of wimpy, but more on that in just a second. And the last thing I noticed was overstreaming. This was really apparent on Routine. This is a map made of a few streams and mostly made of bursts and doubles. To this I say you need a better hit sound. The one in your skin is really wimpy. You need to have a firm and loud hit sound. It needs to be louder than your music. I have 2 skins in the description if you want to try them. If you like the hit sounds, you can change them or just use their skins or just move them onto your skin, of course. Anyway, people seriously underestimate what good hit sounds actually do for you. After you change your sound, I want you to go into your O's settings and find the score and turn on hit error. Scorebar, sorry. Yeah, turn on hit error. You're going to want this. This is kind of a gauge to see how fast you are playing. Far left is you're too fast, far right means you're too slow. So pay attention to this and adjust as you're playing. If these don't work for you, try to tap with the song rather than the notes. I know that sounds weird, but for the most part you're tapping to the notes. I can tell by just the way you're tapping, you're not really tapping with the rhythm of the song, which, makes sense, you're playing the game. But anyway, regardless of that, if that doesn't work, to that I say try and play more stream maps. They're going to help you get into the rhythm of streaming and help you start adjusting your fingers to streaming a bit more. Because I don't know if it's just you don't stream a lot, you don't play stream maps, but that can definitely help and benefit you. Maybe even try lifting your fingers up all the way after every single tap so you kind of keep your fingers in check and you're exercising them. Anyway, I could go more in depth on a couple of details here, but I feel like the majority of the issues stem from what I've listed above. Cinnabon, you're a great player, man. Your play on All I Need proves this. You need to double down on reading the map for what it is and not focus on your score or what PP you can get, but rather just play the game, dude. Have some fun. You're doing great, your progression looks pretty good so far, and all I can say is thank you for submitting. Feel free to DM me on Discord after this video if you have some questions or put it in the comments below. And as always, if you want to submit your own play to be reviewed here or your plays to be reviewed on the coaching series, the forum post is in the description box below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.